I'm going to do a quick plug. So I was chatting with Martin, who's a good friend of mine. His channel is called both Martin Liedtke, and I believe his other channel is called Flat Earth British Think Tank. So those are his two channels. Subscribe today. If you're watching this on a re-up, I will stick the link in the chat, but as I'm actually doing the show, I can't do it right now while I'm actually plugging him. This is the Amazon store for one of Martin's books. So he's actually got two books out.
So what do you have to do? You have to actually go against the measurements that exist because you don't have measurements. And what do they measure before they create this nonsensical model? They measure a flat plane, and then what? Throw some math in it, change it up?
The people I'm talking about haven't done anything. They just accept the narrative, as Nathan has shared before. You just put on a white lab coat and call something science, it's done. They can't question it anymore. And then these same people come up and say science doesn't prove things. I mean, they speak so many sides out of their mouth. It's ridiculous.
Any evidence of a self-perpetuating molten iron core at the centre of a presupposed spherical Earth?
Again, with no R, so what the heck is that question all about?
That would be a no from 1010.
Everything goes back to R. If you don't have a curved Earth, then what is all these other arguments based on if you don't have a curved Earth?
Right on. I think that concludes the housekeeping. I'm going to do a quick plug. So I was chatting with Martin, who's a good friend of mine. His channel is called both Martin Liedtke, and I believe his other channel is called Flat Earth British Think Tank. So those are his two channels. Subscribe today. If you're watching this on a re-up, I will stick the link in the chat, but as I'm actually doing the show, I can't do it right now while I'm actually plugging him. This is the Amazon store for one of Martin's books. So he's actually got two books out, and although it's embarrassing to say, I didn't know he had a second book. So he was, I was discussing with him hopefully plugging me to a completely different style of audience. So Martin's audience is very, very different to mine, and I'd like to pilfer some of his audience. Why not? So I've asked him to shout me out, and while I was doing so, he very subtly, in Martin's way, pointed out that he's had nobody point out that he's got books out for sale, and that he's written two books, and you can go and buy them on Amazon for 20 quid a piece. So yeah, I'm going to show you the covers and read out the titles for you so you can see Martin's good work. So this is Martin Liedtke's book, which is called The Holy Grail of the Greatest Reset. And that's the first book, and then his other book is called The Holy Grail of Our Flat Earth. Those are Martin's books. So check it out. Go and check out Martin Liedtke's channel as well. He covers the history hoax. He covers Antiquitech. Covers artifacts from our history, images from our history, and he has some very, very popular live streams. So Martin is, I'm going to go out on a limb and say, one of the most popular people in this arena. He has up to 1,000 people watching him live. I kid you not. So part of the conversation, when I was like, can you shout me out? He's like, yeah, brother, when I've got 1,000 people watching next, I'll shout you out then. I was like, bloody hell, 1,000 people. I've got 120 people watching this show right now. Very grateful to you all. Thank you very much for tuning in, all of you. Very grateful to have you, I am. But yeah, so be here or be sphere. Check out Martin's book. And more power to you, Martin. You know, you're doing absolutely brilliant work, and I really enjoy watching your streams. And yeah, check him out today if you're watching in the live stream, if you're watching this on the re-up. I've also asked Martin to trim this out because it's an advert for his book, so he can publish this on his channel. And it also kind of serves as an advert for me. So subscribe to me if you're watching this on Martin's channel. Nathan Oakley 1980 Flat Earth Debate runs daily live shows. Check him out. You can join. Links below. Be here or be sphere. Nathan Oakley 1980 channel. But obviously check out Martin's book, as that's the main purpose of this particular plug. So there you go, Martin. Plugged your book. Now what we need is lots of love for Martin, and you all saying, yeah, Martin's ace, because he is. Oi, oi. Much love, brother. Much love.
Yeah, Martin is
Yeah.
a lot of fun to sit through his hangouts, and he has just great collections of fascinating pictures, sketches, and very, very old video recordings, and it's always interesting.
And boobs.
Yeah, the ancient naughtiness.
Ancient naughtiness pictures. Antiquitech. The Antiquitech is the thing that fascinates me the most. I'm a bit of a techie, and I just love it. He's obviously speculating on this stuff, but it's there, and it's clearly technical in nature, and you're like, wow, this stuff's amazing. The Antiquarian machine came up recently from Anthony Riley, and you're like, yeah, that just fits right into that bracket. It's Antiquitech. Yes, Nathan, I'm really interested too. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not alone. I would be hating to meet with stunned silence after saying something like that.
It's sort of like half embedded in rock.
Metal Gears, and it was completely petrified.
I ordered the books on it and watched many hours of videos on it. I'm just trying to figure out if they eventually came up with a is it a timepiece? Is it it's still they're still investigating it, but I found it very interesting to have a brass object of that time with all those gears and about the sun, the moon, and different planets, and they're trying to figure out if it was some kind of timepiece or obviously had to do with the stars and their movements. But that would mean the clock, the watch, was made earlier than later if it was a timepiece.
But I think it's just a very ancient clock system.
Yes, I think that goes without saying, but it's geocentric. That's one of the things. It's not a heliocentric mechanism.
Yes.
Of course.
It is geocentric.
Of course.
Nathan Oakley, 1980. Follow his, he does flat earth debates every day live.